Hey everybody. Thank you for joining us. Oh, there we are. We're all here. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Hi Regina Renee. Hi Salter. Yes, today we're doing our sprints for the 5th season for the Broken Earth Readalong. And we will be doing Hangman at 9 p.m. EST. I'm joined today by my wonderful co-hosts, Angela of Literature Science Alliance, Ari of Laura Queer Reads, and Lucy of Lucy Reads. They all have YouTube channels, and they will be linked in the description box for people who aren't already subscribed. Would you like to tell the lovely viewers anything about your channels while you're here? And I pull up the jellyfish timer.
Jellyfish. Since I spoke by accident. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I talk about books. I usually do a wide array. Usually I'm on the YA side, but I read adult fiction too, obviously, because, I'm here. But yeah, usually that's what you can expect from my channel, and just do random things.
You mean to tell me the 5th season isn't for teens?
I mean, teens can read it.
That'd be a hard sell for the young adult section. Main character is like middle-aged mom.
Yeah.
I am Ray. In terms of how long people want to oh, sorry. I didn't give everyone else a chance if they want to say more about their channel. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't think we can hear.
Yeah, I think Ari's muted. I'm not positive.
The mute button's not pressed on them.
Well, while Ari figures that out, I just have a booktube channel where I talk mostly actually about adult stuff. I do read some young adult once in a while, but I like adult SFF. And I love N.K. Jemisin books a lot. So yeah, Ari, does it work now?
Yeah, it should work.
Cool. So for our first set of sprints, how long were people thinking? Like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes?
Whatever people want. I actually realized I read ahead by accident. What chapter are we supposed to be on by now?
16.
Yeah, I'm way ahead.
That's fine.
I'm starting 18 during this
I
sprint.
fell behind because I went and took my vaccine and it did nothing good for me. I've been like in and out of sleep all week.
Oh wow.
A week?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I had a friend who had a bad experience too.
Yeah. I have, and it's only the first vaccine, but I always have really bad reactions to vaccines, period. Doesn't matter what it is.
Well, hopefully it's just the first shot. For me, the first shot was a lot worse than the second.
Usually people have one or the other.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one.
That's been the consensus.
For my second shot, I barely felt like I didn't even feel the needle go in. I was like, did I really get it? I was like, am I actually protected? I was like Googling, like, what happens if you don't, if the person did it wrong?
Yeah, I was kind of happy to have the bruise feeling because I was like, well, I know for sure something happened.
Yeah.
But my whole arm was like sore for 4 days.
Same.
Yeah, that was the first
above my shoulder. Hey Tia, thanks for joining. So are people thinking like the maybe 20? So last time we were doing 25 because people thought the 15 was way too short. So I don't know if the 20 is still too short.
We can do for 20 because, like, honestly,
sorry.
Maybe 20 would be good. Okay. I usually start 15, and I work my way up, but some people do prefer the 20.
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, I'll just read till you guys tell me to stop. I'm a slow reader, so like it's not like I'm going to accomplish much no matter what happens. So.
I'm audiobooking.
Oh, nice. What chapter are you on? You said you were ahead.
I'm not sure, but it said it was like I was at 90%, and then I stopped reading for 2 weeks because I was like, oh wait, this is supposed to be a slow read.
I think I'm at 70%, so you're definitely ahead of me.
Like,
Yeah, no, you can read at whatever pace you want. The chapters were just kind of like a reference point for like, if you wanted to pace yourself out, what pace we're going to be going at.
yeah, but I figured I wanted to be more in line with what everyone was doing.
Okay, so found the timer, and I'll see you all in 20 minutes. Okay, that was the 20 minutes. Let's take a quick break. How's people's reading going? I know we kind of can't talk about plot stuff because we're all in very different places, but
I learned something that I didn't realize. This is my second time reading this is my second time reading just the first book. I haven't read the other two. But I think I missed something the first time because there was like a reveal of someone and I was like, wait a second. I don't remember that. So
that happens. I remember I reread the Dreamblood duology and I completely missed the point of the interludes the first time around. It was only on reread that I was like, oh, wait, this is so sad. How did I miss this?
matters.
I only got one chapter done because I'm a very slow reader, but it was a good chapter. So.
I believe you. The only reason I'm going this fast is because I'm listening to the audiobook and I usually speed up the time.
I actually just got like a voice message from a friend who just restarted reading the 5th season, and she was doing audio but was missing stuff, so switched to physically reading. And they like never tab things, but are like tabbing things, and are like, I normally don't like apocalyptic things, but I don't want to put this down. And every time someone tells me they like the 5th season, I just get very excited.
An angel grows their wings.
I just tell people, if you don't like it, that's fine. I don't blame you. Just don't talk to me. I just don't want to engage with that negativity in my life.
No.
How's your reading going, Ari?
I am on chapter 14. I'm trying to finish it. I think I have like 3 more pages left. But as far as the story is concerned, I'm like picking up on things that are connecting the dots and things like that. But a lot of the things that we've been saying in the sprints are like pretty much, I guess, because a lot of people have read it before, I'm picking up on some of the things that we're talking about in the book as I'm reading. So it's just like, okay, I'm on the part where they run into the Guardian in 14. So I'm just like, I'm wondering what this is going to lead to, because honestly, this guy doesn't seem very friendly.
Leads up to my favorite and a very sad part of the book, which isn't saying much because this whole book is very sad.
I actually caught something that's like revealed in a later book, but I caught it in here and I'm like, oh, things are making sense. I was so confused my first read.
Nice. Salter's reading's going well. He's a couple chapters behind, but still enjoying, and we'll catch up. Hey, Kiki. I succumbed to temptation and joining in, so I have to catch up. It'll be my 3rd time for 5th season specifically. Nice. Kiki wasn't sure she was going to join, and she was on a live with me yesterday, and I peer pressured her into joining, so that's why.
We love peer pressure.
Good friends, peer pressure friends to read the 5th season.
Yeah.
I've kind of been doing would you rather questions, and I'm going to reuse one from last time. But basically, the scenario is we have a moat filled with piranhas, and you have Jija and Shafa suspended above the moat, and you have a button to drop someone into the moat. But the only drawback is you can only drop one person. Who's getting eaten by piranhas?
Shafa is the guardian, right?
He's the guardian.
Shafa, definitely. I'll just push Jija off afterwards and just.
I was gonna say, there's nothing to stop you from doing other things to the person who doesn't get dropped into the piranha moat.
I will definitely pick Shafa and then kick Jija off in the process.
I think my instinct is Jija. Not that Shafa's not despicable in his own way, but yeah, I think my instinct is Jija.
I think
no, they both have to die in some unimaginable way, but Shafa needs to die first.
Well, so I think I have a better chance of taking Shafa like hand to hand. I think he's not as strong as Jija, but I honestly am bad at picking up descriptors.
Wait, really? That's interesting.
Well, I feel like Shafa has whatever guardian mystical powers going on.
Yeah, but I'm not an origin in this scenario, so I should be fine. I'm like a normal human.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like they're like like super powered still. Like over the like humans are still afraid, or regular people are still afraid of the Guardians too, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I'm like
never know.
5'2", so I'm not in a good situation here regardless.
Right. So I'm definitely killing Shafa first. And then I'm gonna wait till Jeja falls asleep or something, and he's got to go too.
I agree with Kiki.
I'm also not convinced these piranhas are gonna get the job done. I wish this was more like a volcano scenario or something.
But Father Earth.
That's fair. That's fair.
Kiki says Shafa could murder everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Question: has anyone watched Hunter x Hunter?
No.
Yeah.
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 Ari, who do you think would win in a fight? Hisoka or Shafa?
Hisoka is a different type of, demented. I mean, the powers that Hisoka has are just different. One card and Shafa would be dead. I'm sorry. It's just
That's fair. I don't know. In my head, Shafa is like Hisoka levels of deadly. Like Hisoka is just kind of like a gymnast, like very athletic. And then also he has like superpowers, but like even without the superpowers, he's like murderous and unstoppable.
I think
He's
Kahlua
seen-
could definitely take Shafa though.
Hmm. Do you think it would be more evenly matched if it was Killua before he got his powers? Or no?
No, Killua was too small before he got his powers.
You think Shafa would get him?
Yeah, Shafa would definitely get him. But the Guardian that that what's his name ran into, the black girl, I think she could probably definitely take Shafa.
Which
The one with the
Guardian?
staff, the black girl.
I'm really blanking on who this is. Which chapter?
At Killua's house.
Oh, sorry. Canary, right?
Yeah, Canary, yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I was thinking of from the books. I was like, wait, there's a black girl guardian with the staff? I was so thrown. Okay.
Canary definitely could take Shafa.
Sorry. I just had to ask because it was coming up in my head and I need to know. Sorry for people who don't watch Hunter x Hunter. Like it's a long shot, but it's been eating at me. I have to know. What do you want to do for our next sprint? Do you want to do another 20 minutes or do you want to go a little longer?
I think 20 is fine.
Yeah.
Or 25.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm just sitting here trying to catch up.
Okay. Let's do another 20 then. I'll pull up the...
Also, I like all the rocks you keep putting, or geodes, or whatever the technical term is for all the pretty stones you put into the Discord, because I don't know what anything looks like, so it's really nice.
Thanks. Yeah. I don't know. It was just something that like I knew Jemison liked writing about because I thought she'd mentioned it other places, like in an interview or something. And I was like, the first time around, I don't think I'd really been looking at all the rocks or anything like that. And I was like, I just kind of wonder what they look like.
I think it also threw me that I like missed the irony of naming Alabaster that name, and I didn't understand. And then later I'm like, wait, then I learned what Alabaster meant after I read the 5th seed, and I'm like, but I thought he was not white. And
That's funny. I know what Alabaster was. I don't know how. I feel like it's like a fairy tale thing where they're like, oh, she's so pretty, like she's as pale as Alabaster or something like that.
Yeah. I just heard it described, but I actually didn't know what the rock really looked like, but I knew the color it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a visual reader, so I'm really bad at things.
There's also a little joke about it in the prologue where before we know what a stone eater is, and she's like, her skin was like her skin was porcelain white. Like it wasn't skin, but it was actual porcelain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll pull up the timer real quick. We can start our next assessment. See you in 20. Okay, that was 20 minutes. How's the reading going?
I think I was at the one happy chapter, so now I'm prepared.
It's too good to last. It's too good to last.
The way she writes interactions between people, I'm always just so it's so good, and also crushes me because then she's gonna make me sad. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I was all of the pirates. Is there a petition we can sign to get a pirate novella?
I want
it just sailed, and I love my whatever that was, pun or whatever I just said.
I read a story in the short story collection by Jemison that made me want her just to write a pure Regency romance, like just a romance novel, like so badly. I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think she has interests in that whatsoever, but I just love her character work a lot and watching two people like get to know each other and all that.
Sorry, what were you saying, Lucy?
I just made a joke when you were like the pirate. I want her to write a pirate book, and I was like, that ship has sailed.
Oh. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, wait, which short story was it? The Regency one?
I don't think it was a Regency romance, but it made me want it. I think it was one of the New Orleans ones.
Oh, okay. Was it the Sapphic one with the,
Yeah.
Was it, I think it was Haiti that was independent?
Yes, and it was like an alternate history, and there were lots of hot air balloon things or something.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that one.
The specifics of the plot elude me. I just remembered I really liked that really short story with that sapphic relationship, and I'm like, I have so much buy-in, and I want to know more.
Alas. What was I on? I'm like just... they pulled the thing out of the ground. A shirtless dude accosts them on the beach. And now they're on Pirate Island. That's where I'm at.
You know, every time I think of that scene, or when I read it this time around that you just read, I'm like, how was this ever a good idea? Like, how was this a good moment? Why did we just
keep trying to remember? I was like, because I got to that part and I was stumped. I was like, how did she get them out of the situation? She's like, I really shouldn't bring this up. I have no idea what it is. I should know what it is, but I don't. And that's a really bad sign. Like, here's all these options. And they're like, no, our calm will fall if you don't bring this thing out of the water. And she's just like, I was like, but how do they get around it? Like, how did they get Baxter up or something to ask him? And then she just does it. I was like, wait.
I was like, yeah, you could take a night. Like, just take a minute.
These obelisks are making me very, very nervous. Like, what is going on? Especially the one that she just pulled out of the water. It's just like, okay, so they're showing up out of nowhere at first, and then now you're literally pulling one up out of the harbor, and apparently Alabaster says that they're connected to them or something like that, and I'm confused at the moment, but it's a good confused. I guess I'll figure it out eventually.
I don't know if this helps, but I know the answers, and I don't remember them, and I'm still confused, and I'm excited to relearn the answers.
We have all the answers. I don't have any answers.
I honestly don't remember either.
I trust that it happens. Like, I do know I'll be satisfied, because I was satisfied once. So, like, I'll get there.
I couldn't think of a would you rather question for this one because it was so difficult, but I was just thinking about the school and the fulcrum. Oh, sorry, Kiki had a comment. 5th season gives a lot of good confusion. It does.
It's the type of confusion I love.
I remember in the last live, I talked about how, like, not a sentence is wasted in the prologue. I remember reading the prologue the first time and being like, what? Doom and gloom, thousands of years, what? And I read it this time, I was like, wow, like, nothing was just, like, vague hand waviness. Everything meant something. Everything was fulfilled. Everything was for a reason.
My first read, I completely forgot about the scene with the kid in the rocks, which is very important. But on my first read, like, I couldn't even process that. And this time,
I remember I really paid attention to the kid in the rocks. I don't know. I think I put that together. I don't know. I don't know if some people from the read put it together yet. But I remember for me, the first time I went through, I was like, oh.
The kid in the rocks? Are we talking about Hoa? Or I think his name is Hoa.
Possibly.
I'm talking about in the prologue, there's like a scene, if no one's named for what I'm talking about.
Like at the end of the prologue where they were describing the creature coming up out of the side of the mountain or whatever. Yeah. I'm feeling like that is Hoa. I think because remember they don't know exactly what Hoa is, and he kind of just appears and doesn't know who he is or who his parents are or anything. He's just there. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Hoa might be one and the same.
I can neither confirm
Probably.
nor deny these suspicions.
What were you thinking about the fulcrum, though?
Oh, sorry, one sec. Hey T. Yeah, the prologue is good to revisit, I think. For me, I was trying to come up with a would you rather question based on the fulcrum. Because I was thinking, like, oh, I feel like terrible school is this kind of a thing in books. I was trying to think of a school almost as terrible as the fulcrum, and I was stumped. I think this is like the worst school I've read about in a fantasy book.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, especially since it like leans into actually telling you, oh, if you were reading like a standard book, this is what would happen to our main character when she meets the cute guy, and now we're just gonna go the more realistic route. And...
Oh, well, who is it? Mexiques?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. In my head, he's French. I don't know if that's even a French name, but in my head, that's a French guy. If anyone cared. That was funny, though. I was like, I guess it makes sense that they have their own version of like romance novels, but their world just seems so utilitarian, and like it seems like they have so little use for like things that don't have like a present current need. That was kind of funny to me that like they even had a reference for that.
Well, I guess near the equator that makes sense, right? Because the equator area has been the most stable, so it has the most opportunity to have entertainment and like superfluous things around. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of school settings that I hate, but like I haven't read a lot of those in a minute.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. You know what school was terrible? The school from Wings of Ebony when
it was. I think
Was it that bad though? I thought it was kind of like regular schools.
Yeah,
that
I think it was more like just this is looking at regular school with your eyes open.
Maybe I'm misremembering, but to me, I thought Wings of Ebony was like I could get through that school probably. I don't know if I could get through the Fulcrum.
Like the Wings of Ebony school doesn't like torture them, and like nobody dies on purpose. Like
Not a single person. No. I'm trying to think. Like,
I mean, it's okay. I guess if you took
Also,
maybe
this
to
isn't
real
close.
world, grad school is only a slightly better than the Fulcrum.
well,
I say that as like a 7th year PhD, so I'm jaded. I'm super jaded, but
that's why I'm never going to grad school.
I want to
your
go to
money
grad
and-
school. It's just very expensive, and yeah. And I kind of am a little hesitant to go back to school. But honestly, a school. No, don't. Oh, but y'all haven't read the Ivies.
No, I haven't read that. I've never
No, I
read
mean you could tell me about it though.
Oh well, in the school, it's like they go to one of these like huge, prestigious, high schools where like they are all trying to get into Ivy League schools, and like literally somebody ends up dead.
Same.
And then throughout the story, they're like threatening to kill each other, and various scenes where they're getting these very ominous emails from people. It's pretty bad. It's very mysterious.
Mm-hmm. I think the issue is also that like a lot of schools I read are in like kids books, and like this is very much not for kids.
Yeah,
I think you can just
not
like
at
go there in
all.
a way that a lot of these other schools can't. Like
Not at all.
if I'm thinking wild schools, I like the closest thing I can think of is like an anime.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like maybe Naruto. Like, was there a reason for these kids to be training to kill people at like 12? I
Right.
don't know. People definitely died taking their exams.
And that makes me think of like Attack on Titans, like kind of training area, but I don't know. I mean, real
book-wise, I
talk. If
can't
you
think
think
of
about like the magical school, everyone like, well, at least I grew up reading about like the Harry Potter one. Like that's not a safe school, but it wasn't like bad. But it's like, why did you punish kids by sending them into the haunted forest with creatures that could eat them? Like there were questionable adult decisions abound, but
it
it's
was
not
just
like here.
neglectful. I would say.
Yeah.
I would say that the fulcrum is worse than neglect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the kids were happy to be at Hogwarts, and nobody's happy. I guess some of them, the ones that were like starving before, and like their family was like,
I don't know about even them. Because weren't they like hoarding food and stuff, and then they were being punished? Like they had to eat all the food in front of everybody. Like it seems like no one seems to be doing well with the fulcrum.
when did that?
So there was a student who never had food, and she kept stealing food for her room.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Sorry for
I'm still like in awe at the way Demea just took care of everybody that was picking on her. Like one fell swoop, two of them end up like completely disappearing. The other one comes back with both of their arms broken. Like, what are you telling me? So they're just like purposely breaking children's arms.
I mean,
all of them have had their hands broken at this point.
Yeah. That makes me cringe every time. I can't.
I was thinking maybe the closest thing I could think of would be from, what was it, Matilda by Roald Dahl?
Yeah.
I think that's the only school I've read of that's
that closet
not
with the
possibly
spikes
comparable to the school.
Yeah. Yes.
No, you're right now. It's Matilda.
The box with the nails and
forcing them to eat that chocolate cake.
And that fat kid having to eat that big old chocolate cake by himself and almost completely and utterly throwing up all over everyone. It was not pretty. Let's just say that principal would have been brought up on charges.
What are you doing?
We would have to fight.
Tucker who wants to join us?
Huh?
Is it Thor or Tucker who wants to join us?
It's Thor. I got them these automatic. I have two cats. I got these automatic feeders, so they'll leave me alone. And it has like a lid on top, and now they do leave me alone. But Thor is like really food motivated, so he's trying to open the lid.
Well, if they ever want to come by, I love cats. I have two as well, but they're hiding somewhere.
Sometimes they come and sit on my desk, but they might show up. We'll see what happens.
You know whose cat I enjoy thoroughly? What's her name? I can't remember who it is, but Akweka Mezi's cat is hilarious. And like every time they post new pictures of this daggone cat, I think the last time I was like scrolling through Instagram and I saw their cat, the cat literally jumped up on top of the cabinets and was just sitting there watching, lurking in the back. I'm sitting there like, are cats supposed to do that? Just lurking.
Wait, is the cat's name Gus? Like Gus Ponpon or something like that?
Yeah, Gus.
I remember them. They had posted a video of them making the cat dance to some song that I watched way too many times.
I found
Nedia Okorafor's cat is
Periwinkle Chukwu. I remember Periwinkle. He has his own Twitter.
I was just like, The cat takes over every spot of her house. And like the other day, she put a picture up there of him just like lounged out on her desk while she was trying to work. And it was just like, cats act like big babies and they talk about dogs wanting to be in every room with you all the time, every day, all day. And the cats are sometimes worse.
So
Yeah.
T brought up that Noria has a cat too. I forget Noria's cat's name.
uh,
Wait.
Comcom?
I'm
I
probably
think
mispronouncing it, but I remember that.
Yeah.
Kiki said, "My friends and I are convinced that Mezi's cat is an alien."
yeah.
An author I follow, Yoon Ha Lee, who wrote Machineries of Empire, has a cat, and their entire Twitter when they're writing their work's progress is just their cat, but they call it a catten, so like cat plus kitten, and I don't know, it cracks me up.
That's cute. So I think for the next sprint, we'll do 45 minutes because that'll get us up to the 9 p.m. mark, and then we can transition to Hangman. Sorry, I realize it's been more chatting than usual. But it's fine. Okay. See you in 45. Okay, so that was 45 minutes. How was everyone's sprint?
I finished.
Sprint. That was like mid distance in my book, but how was the reading?
I think
I
Lisa
finished.
said she finished, yeah.
Nice.
That's the end. It was. I forgot
Oh
that.
gosh.
So now
I
I'm
need to
really excited for the second one.
I'm just preparing myself. I'm just mentally and emotionally preparing myself. But I'm probably going to finish this tonight too when we're done here because I only have that much like left. So
Okay. Yeah. I'm at like chapter 18, so there was some wandering in places where Demaya shouldn't have been wandering, and there's some consequences to that. And I was just thinking about the short story that, like the tester short story that Jemison wrote. Was it Stone Hunger? That was based in this world. And that one, there's a lot more focus on like taste when they use their orogeny, and that's not really how orogeny works in this series. But there are like parts here with the Guardians, and like when they lose their orogeny, where they like Demaya has like, well, I think it was Demaya who mentions it, and Cyanide mentioned it too. But like they like feel something in the back of their throat, and like they like taste certain things in their mouth. That made me think of that short story. Because I thought that part had been completely scrapped, but I think there's still like echoes of that here.
Cool.
yeah,
Does
that
that
chapter you're talking about was the chapter I was mentioning where like a sentence is said by one of the people who's going a little weird, and I was like, oh, this sentence makes so much more sense now.
I'm completely forgetting what the payoff for that is. So I got there and I was like, wait. I guess I'm gonna have to re-find out what's going on. Salter says he's 2 pages from chapter 12. Solid. Sorry, Ari, did you say where you got in the reading?
What?
If you did. Okay. I think Ari had to go handle something. All of this has to handle it.
Now
Ari, you're muted.
I'm on chapter 16 now.
Nice.
They just realized they were on the island, and yeah, apparently Alabaster knows said Stone Eater, so I am at that part.
Okay. Yeah, Alabaster's a man of mystery. For sure.
Also, I'm sure you guys have talked about this at other sprints, but in every Jemison book, I love chapter titles. Like, I don't know. I always love I normally skip reading chapter titles, but I just always love all of hers because they always make complete sense and they're always kind of like, I feel like Jemison humor. Like, I don't know.
Like, I forget one. I don't know. If we're talking about chapter titles I remember I really like the chapter titles for Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. They all start with like and which something, and like they were just kind of funny. I really like chapter 17's title, Demaya and Finality. That was a good one.
I think there's one Demaya at the fulcrum of it all, which I just think's like a fun play on words there.
Yeah. Oh, what were you saying, Ari?
I totally agree about the chapter. Like, I need people to bring back naming chapters because they don't do it much anymore. It's just
they don't even have table of contents anymore.
Yeah, like can we get a table of contents?
And like these chapters are like actual chapters. Like I feel like a lot of times you'll read a book and it's just like, oh, 10 pages have passed. I must put a chapter break here. But these are like complete thoughts. I like that they end with cool tidbits. Like I'm used to in fantasy that there are epigraphs, but I like that she kind of saves the world building for like the end. So.
Okay. So Lucy has to leave shortly, unfortunately. But thank you for the short timer. Well, not the short time. It was 2 hours. Thank you for being able to be here with us.
Well, I
was
can
just
stay
about to
for
open
a
up,
couple more minutes. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah. Did you want to? Okay, I'll speed up. Let's see if we can get in a quick round of Hangman while you're still here. So, for people who are still here, we were going to play Hangman. If you don't know how that's played, it is basically a spelling game where. Okay, let's pull this up.
I didn't realize.
Does this look decent?
No,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Are you able to make like the individual ones bigger? Because right now I can like see most of them, or is that the point?
Trying to get it. Okay, so that should be everything on screen. Okay. Wait. Okay, so it is really laggy. Because I have the... no, it's not laggy. Okay, this is what learning curves are for. Okay. So I was just sharing the wrong screen. I didn't realize I have to reshare it once I clicked on the one I wanted. There we go. Okay, there. So,
okay.
Basically how you play is a spelling game. So you're going to guess some letters, and then I will move the boxes to see if you guessed the letter correctly. And if you haven't guessed the letter correctly, I start assembling the person. And once the person is fully assembled, then the game is over. That's the premise of Hangman. So you get like 2, 4, 6 chances to guess the letters correctly and finish the word. So, this is a group activity. You can confer what letters you want to start guessing, and yeah.
R.
No.
A.
We're dying. All right, I'm gonna try an E.
Okay, so H. Okay, is this one word?
Yeah, it's one word. If
Okay.
there's multiple words, they'd be on different lines.
This has to do with like the trilogy, right?
Yeah, it's related to the trilogy, all the words.
Yeah.
T's suggesting an S. Do you want to go with an S?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with an S.
Damn.
I feel like we need another vowel. How do you guys feel about an I? I feel like maybe that.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I guess Jemison doesn't go by the conventions of the English language because we just guessed all the most common letters.
All right. I feel like we should know what this word is, but
Would you like a hint, or what? I'll let you go until you have one last chance, and then I'll give a hint.
that sounds good.
Did we say T already?
You did not say
Yeah.
T. Do you want to say T?
I don't know.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Hey. Okay.
I feel like I don't know what this is.
Well, I think Salter has a good clue. C's could be useful. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I
I'm good with a C. Okay.
don't know what it is.
How are we so bad at this? Or maybe Ari knows. I
Wait, what?
No,
I thought I heard someone say something.
I didn't say anything.
Neither did I. So we already guessed S. C is the other letter that goes before H. What other letters go before H? T's already been guessed.
Is it a P? No, I don't know. Is that a word? I don't remember that.
Are we allowed to look in the glossary? I feel like that's cheating.
I think that is cheating. But I mean, if you're doing it off screen, I couldn't really tell if you were cheating or not.
I'm just gonna say P because I can't get it out of my head, but I don't think that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're one step closer. I don't think it's a Y.
Icy hot.
Could it be like an N or an M or something? And it's like kind of two words blended together. So like something height. I don't know.
Ice white.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
It is ice white. You looked in the glossary, didn't you?
No.
It was very quiet over on Ari's end that whole time.
I totally forgot this is how they describe Ho's eyes or Hoa.
yeah. I didn't realize it was one word.
Neither did
I thought, let me double check. I don't want
I
to.
thought it was hyphenated or something, but I don't remember.
I mean, I was
Let
listening
me
to it, so
check
I have no
very
rest.
quickly. Oh, it's not even in the back anyway. So I'm sorry, Ari, for that false accusation. It wasn't in the back of the book. But I thought it was all one word.
Okay, that was fun. I have to go now.
Bye, Lucy. Have fun.
Bye, it was
Enjoy the
really
rest of your night.
fun.
Thanks for
Thanks
joining.
All
to
right. See ya.
thanks for having me. Bye. How do I do this?
Oh, you should just, okay, she got it.
She found the X button. All right, maybe we'll do better this next one. Although I am looking to see if it is one word. You're probably right, but my brain doesn't like it.
Your brain can't handle the truth.
Yeah, well, that's my brain's own problem. It can handle itself, but I think I found the chapter where Ho was introduced, but now I have to find it.
It was either Ho or Shafa.
I think it's both, but I'm remembering more distinctly with the description of Hoa.
Yeah, that was a good guess, Salter. When someone I think it was Lucy was suggesting a P ice fight.
I mean, like, we're running out of ideas. What? So we have this one. All right. You want to start, Ari?
I'll say D.
I have to say, I hear so much clicking and I see it so lagged. All right. I'm going to go with an O. All right.
How about B?
All right. I'm going to go with hopefully a safe one. Let's go with an E. Okay. What have we guessed so far? You guessed a D. I did. What was mine? Was mine O already?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not origins. That wouldn't work anyways. I feel like an N between two E's is common. Oh. Yeah, want to guess an S?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I feel good about an N if you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I thought it was. Now I'm out of ideas. Have we guessed an R yet?
I don't think so.
Should we, just for the sake of it's one of those common letters?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there goes our another leg. Fun. Kiki, help us then. You're part of the team. Give us a letter. Have pity. Oh yeah, we'll do a Y. That sounds good. I trust
Humanist.
Ding,
Yeah,
ding, 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 ding. You got it. Kiki's a lifesaver. Oh,
Yeah, really though.
yeah, I was about to start leaving not hints in the comments like, I'm just eating this yummy ramen and laughing at you not being able to guess the right answer. Where is it? Let's share the screen.
All right.
I'm gonna go with an A.
That sounds good. We haven't done an A yet. One day we'll pick the right letter on the first try. I'm gonna say O. I just feel like O's are common. Nope.
Nope. How about a G?
Well, that doesn't look good. Alrighty. Oh, we get an arm this time. Fun.
Switching it up.
All right, well, I'm going to go back to safe things like E's. Okay.
How about a P here? Right. Right.
How about an N? I feel like N's are common in this world. A. I just like I every time I stare at this, I'm like, I don't know this language. I don't know what is happening. And the chat's just inconspicuously quiet. I guess. Do you want to try an S, Ari?
Yeah, let's try an S.
Okay. All right. Now I really feel like, oh, this is a character name, I think, but I can never pronounce it.
Cyanide.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. We always get there eventually.
We haven't gotten worse than this. This is usually about where our person gets.
Yeah. So I made 10. Was there a certain point at which you wanted to stop, or like do people have to skip out? Oh, you want to start? T said I think we should start with the clue. Do you think that would be helpful?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah.
It might make it quicker. If people wanted us to get through all 10, that might be a good method.
Let's see.
For all I know, won't help at all, but I have maybe context will help me.
Right.
This one's taken. I think it's just whatever will be more fun. You know,
Yeah.
If clues will be more fun, I can give clues.
All right. Well, what's your clue?
Okay. This is an origin related word.
It's 5 letters. Ari, do you remember if Taurus is spelled with 2 R's or 1 R?
Taurus. I think it's 1 R.
Well, we can be safe and just guess a T to start and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. T. I'm feeling kind of confident that this might be that one. Oh,
I'm
cool.
guessing-
Salter confirms it's 1 R. So this is exciting to me.
I think I'm going to go with a U.
Hey. Well, I think the guess is Taurus then. Is that what it is, Chloe?
Ding, 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 ding. You
For a
got
second,
it.
I'm like, wait, is it not that? I have no clue what this could be.
No, you guessed right. Let's see.
This is a long word. It's got 9 letters.
See, the clue for this one is this one is related to education in the stillness.
Okay.
Stone Lorist.
I think that's a little long, but
Nah.
stone lore would work. We could try and spell that out. I think stone lore is the right letters. Like number.
S.
T.
O.
N.
L.
E. Do you want to do the honors, Ari?
R.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it. I don't know if I'm going to give any more hints now. Because now everyone's getting them on the first try.
I mean,
you don't get to kill any fictional characters anymore.
That's all they talk about when they talk about the Crash. They talk about Stone Lord. Like, they don't talk about math. They don't talk about writing. They don't talk about social studies. It's all about the Stone Lord. It's kind of obvious.
Well, there is that one university, but yeah, it's mostly stone lore.
And the geomists and all the mists.
Biomists.
I like that instead of ist, like what we use, that it has its own suffix. I like that. Also, if you hear noises, there's a hockey game happening in the other room. So my roommates are very invested in playoff hockey right now.
I remember when I used to be like that. I had to let go of sports. I'm very aggressive.
I only get into like college basketball specifically, which is a very like specific sport to get really riled up about, but I do.
Well, in New York, our big thing is the Mets and the Yankees. You know, we have the big, I forget what they call it. I think they call it like the Borough Classic or whatever, where the Yankees and the Mets play against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a Met fan. I am very invested in being a Met fan. And the Knicks, of course, even though they suck.
I'm from Cleveland. I feel you. I mean, we only have one team, but it's never usually good unless LeBron shows up, and then it's good for when he's there, and then he goes away. Yeah. I'm just waiting for him to like extra retire and come back.
All right, clue.
I don't think Chloe's giving us a clue anymore.
I don't know. Oh, sorry. Sulker says, I like track and field in the Olympics. Getting excited about curling again never gets old.
I'm a figure skating. I'm a figure skating.
I like gymnastics and that kayaking slalom thing where like the kayaking like goes through the obstacle course. Like,
and they're adding like surfing this year.
Ooh. Yeah, I think there's also other skateboarding things. I don't know. I'm just excited to watch niche sports.
I'm a figure skater. I used to figure skate.
Oh, nice. That's impressive. I can barely skate forward, but I can't imagine doing the other things.
Says, I'm so happy that the Sixers are doing well, so I'm actually watching the playoffs this year.
Nice.
Solid.
The Knicks were in the playoffs. I don't know if they got eliminated. I know they lost their first game.
Were they playing the Celtics or is that a different team? Or the Nets are playing the Celtics?
I'm not sure who they were playing, but we weren't really expecting them to go to the playoffs anyways.
Yeah. I'm going to guess an E, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I'm not giving a hint for this one because it's just used so often.
Well, that's a hint.
Well, okay.
Rusting Earth.
No,
Oh, I know what this one is. Do you know what this one is, Ari?
Origin.
Ding, 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 ding. Probably don't even have to do the big reveal at the end, but it feels fun to delete all the books.
I like it. It's very what's that game show, Wheel of Fortune, where you like touch the letters?
Yeah.
Oh, T's guess was Obelisk. That would have been.
It's the right number of letters. It was probably
It
before
is.
you revealed the E's.
And they are always around. Constantly.
I can't even fathom it. I love there's like the cover art I think you shared in the Discord of like the cover being the obelisk. I think that's so cool.
It's reminding me, I can't even remember this series. It's bad because there's all these series I remember from like middle school, but I don't know the authors of the titles. I just remember their general location in like the local library that I went to. So I literally can have like tell people nothing on how to locate it or possibly find it.
I can sometimes that's happened to me for a few books where I'm like, I don't remember the title or the author. I vaguely remember what it was about and what was on the cover, and through some intense Google searching, I'll find it and I'll feel absurdly proud. Ooh, 2 words.
Yep.
Okay, I think, Ari, the second word is earth, but I'm not positive. But I'm feeling confident.
Evil earth.
No, it doesn't quite work, and I don't think rusting earth works too.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab us the E.
I
Let's
think
get
E is
this
going to be
E
useful.
going.
Yeah, okay, this is confirming what I think it is. I think it might be Father Earth.
Yeah, me too.
Final guess.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Although it should have been rusting earth. You should have had more fun.
Evil earth.
Yes.
This is on, what is it called? Public television. I have to keep it rated PG for the kids at home.
Nah, you gotta keep it rated PG for Salter, because
Why for Salter?
I just like picking on him because he's a Giselle fan.
Who's that?
From
the First Law?
No, from An Unkindness of Ghosts.
And
we all
you
kind of like
before.
We all kind of like gang up on him and like, yeah. Teamwork.
What's wrong with Giselle? I feel like she's like, I don't know, of all the characters to bully someone for liking An Unkindness of Ghosts, I feel like Giselle isn't high on my list.
At least we don't like Samantha Karen.
True.
All right, I'm going with a U.
Yeah.
I'm feeling confident now with my guess. You want the honors, Ari?
Is it Rust?
Is that the final guess?
Yes.
It was my guess. Like, 2 of us
guessed correctly.
We were well, oh gosh, I almost did a really bad pun, but I was going to say we were really rusty at the beginning, but this feels awful now.
So yeah, Rust.
Yeah, that one, I forgot about my keeping it PG rule for that one, I guess.
I like its like world building connotation though, like because of the 5th season, metal is way less useful, and mostly it's because of Rust. Like, it's so good.
Yeah. I do love the swears in this book. They're all very funny. Clue for this one.
Are they in the sky?
All the clues I can give are too obvious.
How about a K?
Yeah.
Start with the spine this time.
Okay, S. Well, dang.
Oh, okay. So things are real again. How about an E?
What?
We need a vowel. Find us a vowel, Ari.
What? An A.
We're dying. Okay. I.
Wow.
There
Damn.
has to be a vowel in here.
Father Earth is not looking kindly upon you today. Let's me think of a hint. There are some very trying times going on in the stillness, and it's very important for characters to find inner balance. I hope that you have some peace of mind, and that can help you come up with a better guess. That's my little riddle.
Salter's not being very motivating.
See,
So-
this is why we don't like Giselle fans.
In Unkindness of Ghosts,
Plotting on your demise.
is Giselle the friend that's a little flighty sometimes?
I don't know. I feel like Flighty's putting it nicely.
Yes,
Okay, well, I'm
very
trying to be
nicely.
nice because I don't know. But is that the character? It's been 3
Like,
years.
I don't think I went a full 10 pages without wanting to literally chop her in the throat.
Okay, so it's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I didn't have that. All right. Chloe, can we have your riddle again?
Gosh.
You said with something with the fifth, like when there's like.
Okay. I'll try and pare it down because there's a lot of fluff in there. Basically, I'm sure there's a lot of unrest going on right now because you're about to kill this character, but I hope you find some peace and balance in it all.
Okay. So the characters we've talked about killing are Shafa and what's his name? And there's something about peace, which I don't think about peace at all when I read this book, so I'm not really sure what to do with myself.
Peace.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess the clue has more to do with Shafa and Guardians because of, I don't know, they're just weird. Oh, nope, it's not that. What were the letters we've guessed? We've guessed a lot of vowels.
Fulcrum.
Is that your final guess?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it. How did
Guess
you
what,
guess that?
Salter?
It was
We
like
didn't
nothing
die.
was sticking, and then all of a sudden, were you looking in the glossary?
No,
I think
not
it
at
was
all. I thought about it, but I said, let me rack my brain here.
Did the clue make any sense at all whatsoever? The main thing was balance. That was supposed to be the.
Oh, well, that
I think
wasn't
you can
the part.
balance things on a fulcrum, right? It's like the turning point.
I always think of fulcrums for levers. But,
Oops.
I mean, I think they can be for that. Like if you put the fulcrum at the center, it will balance. But if you put it at like a shorter end, you can make one end more powerful than the other for like simple machines.
Wait, so Ari, how did you guess it?
A place that you find balance or is perceived where you can find balance. And the fulcrum helped them control their powers. So basically a place where you find peace, the fulcrum. That's what I would think of. It's a home to people, even though, you know, there's a whole bunch of bureaucracy going on within those walls.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fulcrum.
And I seconded it because it didn't have any of the vowels that we had guessed.
Right.
This is the final round.
Oh, goodness. I don't think we can top that last one, but here we go.
Salter says you cheated. Salter says you looked it up.
I didn't look it up. Also, have you guys looked at this glossary? You can't just like stumble upon a word and it works. Like that's not what happens back here.
You would have to know what you were looking for.
T. Morgan says, I'm no rusting good at this game. It's okay, T.
Oh, you said a bad word.
It's okay. These people don't know what the rust is they're doing either. They're just getting lucky. And they ask for hints.
You're giving them. We're just taking advantage of the system as it's set up. It's all you can do in the world. Isn't that what Alabaster thinks?
Probably, yeah.
Alabaster's just a con man in disguise.
6.
I still don't get why you think he's a con artist.
He is a con artist.
A righteous
he is
dude.
like the most offensive con artist ever, and he gets away with it.
I know too much about him to comment on anything.
All right. I'm gonna go with the A.
No.
You got an arm.
Really? We're just gonna get an arm?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with an O. Also, I'm with you, T. Alabaster is a pretty great character.
I like Alabaster. I like con artists.
Yeah, the Alabaster's army of appreciative admirers is going to come for you, Ari. You better watch your mouth.
I mean, he's a cool guy. Like,
stand.
He's smarter than I would ever be. I mean, he did take advantage of a whole situation to get them like one of the nicest rooms in Aaliyah. I mean, hey.
I'm an I. Oh my gosh. So what we've done an A and an I and an O, I think.
Nope, it's not what I think it is. All right. I'm gonna try an S.
No.
I'll give you a spine as a treat.
How about an E? A. Not that I really know where we're at now, but
let's try for an R.
Woo! What about an N? Is there an N, Chloe?
Is that your final guess?
Wait, am I not seeing the screen right? I have I have an arm and a leg.
I don't mean your final, but like this is a guess that you want. You want me to check for an N?
I would like an N to be looked for, yes. Okay, well.
We're gonna die.
Oh, I know what it is, though. No, we're not gonna die. My brain did it. It's Creech or Cretchy or whatever that word is.
Cretchy.
I don't know how to pronounce anything I read. I just go, oh, this group of letters means this thing.
Yeah, ding, 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 you got it. I don't know. In my head, I've always been saying Creech. I don't know if that's right, though.
Is that a
I don't
word?
know, because it's French.
Oh, then I definitely don't know how to pronounce it, because French words don't make sense.
Because it's a word that originates with Haitians. It's a Haitian word.
Oh, okay.
So I'm... Because Nayla Hopkinson writes it with the
accent.
Yeah, the accent over it. I think it's Crash.
I think you're probably right. I am rubbish at French words.
I am too, but I'm learning how to like translate for myself because the words are a little bit similar to Spanish, just a little bit.
I think what happens when I try to say them out loud is some French words have a bunch of extra letters that they just don't say. And I don't know what the rules are. And I'm like, oh, we just don't look at this X? The X is not here. Okay.
Right. This is like crux. What is this word? Someone say it for me.
Yeah, I like Spanish more. If the letter's there, it's being pronounced. They don't double up letters unless it's a different sound. Like it's, yeah. I
Now,
prefer Spanish.
and it depends on who you're speaking Spanish with, because Dominicans, it's like all the letters in one sentence.
They talk very fast. I'm really lucky. My family's in Venezuela, and it's in Maracaibo in Venezuela. They have the most easy to understand accent and pace. So I'm like, it's usually quite easy. Although they use some Spain conjugation for their verbs sometimes. I'm like, wait, why are you doing this?
Yeah, but Argentina and Venezuela are very known for like holding on to a lot of that Spaniard conjugation, and
Yeah.
I don't know. They joke sometimes that Argentines are like they sound like Italian people who are very impressed with their Spanish.
Well, I mean, even like I talk to my dad sometimes, and I think there is like stuff within like countries where like if I explain that someone on the outside combines Venezuela into like Latin America, he's like, well, we're not part of that. I'm like, well, kind of like it's really weird the like cultural lines people have. So
yeah,
I'm in the diaspora, so I don't really have strong opinions or knowledge. So.
Well, that was the game of Hangman. Salter says, wow, well done. No characters died this session.
won.
Great word selection, too. Thanks, Salter. I am a little disappointed.
Well,
Salter.
No one died this session, but there's always another time.
We were close. The Fulcrum one almost didn't happen, but Ari had a stroke of brilliance, so.
So, yeah. I'm like literally I'm ready for Pride.
Nice.
Pride month is coming up. Yay.
That's like in 2 days, isn't it?
Yeah, June 1st.
I'm supposed to I think I'm gonna start Sorrowland first. No, I said we were gonna start Cool for the Summer.
Sorrowland is fun though. And I think I might be getting a copy because my friend accidentally bought themselves a copy, but then someone gifted them a copy, and they're always like, "Do you want this book?" instead of sending it back to Amazon, and I'm like, "Yes."
I found out that it's based on Demi Lovato's song and had to have it. I'm a fan. So,
which song?
Cool for the Summer. It's on
the book you're going to start
on
with.
their Confident album. Yeah.
I'm so out of touch with music. I actually started looking through the greatest hits of the last couple years to see where I've stopped paying attention, and that's how I can tell I'm not old, musician. But I'm just like not paying attention as much anymore.
I'm a musician, so I pay attention
that
because and I'm also a music business. I studied music business, so I pay very close attention to what's happening in the industry. Especially, I had my little rant earlier about these DJs. All of a sudden, all of these DJs just want to make albums, and it's just like, what was the point? What's the reason for this? Why does a DJ need a whole album full of collaborations with people? What's wrong? What's up with this? This is a new phenomenon that just came up in the last 10 to 11 years. So yeah, I had my little moment earlier where I went on a rant.
So I think that was everything in terms of Broken Earth stuff. Oh, were there any other things people wanted to share or talk about before we end the live?
I think Salter's probably sleeping. T. Morgan checked out a long time ago.
Oh,
No, Salter has piped up. I've picked up on maybe 3 new songs a year for the past 25 years. I've listened to a new album in maybe 20 years as well.
I collect music. I have vinyl and things like that. So yeah.
I do still listen to albums, but sometimes I just go way back. I don't although I need to like because it's so popular right now.
Matter
Like
of
that
fact,
Hour album, I need to like listen to that.
this is for another booktuber. He's a big fan too, and like I got this from somebody, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna give it to you because I have a copy already."
Nice.
So I have to when my mom sends me the money she's sending me, I'm gonna go ahead and send him the CDs to Puerto Rico.
Nice. Yeah, I have a CD collection, even though I don't even have a CD player anymore, but I still always look to see certain CDs if they exist.
I have a CD, Bluetooth, radio, and vinyl player combo. And it also has a tape player. So it comes in handy.
Yeah.
Salter says, seems like a lot of music people enjoy is coming out, but I'm just too lazy to indulge. And Kiki says,
see, sometimes I get special editions of certain albums and I might share them. Sometimes. Maybe.
I just miss the days where it was more common to like make mix CDs. Like I would burn so many CDs for people, and like
I would still burn CDs.
I just don't have a CD drive anymore, and I used to always do it on iTunes, and like I still have my iTunes library somewhere, but like I don't have it on this computer because I just use Spotify like Kiki now. It's just like anything I could want is probably there, except for a few albums.
You can get a terabyte for like $50.
Yep.
And I put my iTunes library on here. There are folders of pictures from Janelle Monáe concerts and Jadena concerts and Jamila Woods concerts. There's a Black comic book convention in Harlem that happens every January. I've got pictures from comic book conventions and everything. It's fun. New York is just a great place.
Yes.
I can't wait till I can go outside again. But yeah.
We ran out of the blank CDs like a couple of years ago, and it's basically like Christmas gets canceled now. That was like our family's version of the macaroni necklace, was like burning someone a CD. Like I remember my little sister when she was young used to be really into like chipmunk versions of songs, like made her a whole thrice accursed CD of chipmunk versions of pop songs. Which was a terrible idea in retrospect, but she liked it.
Yeah, like
but
why
you
would
were
you
the
want to
best
listen
sibling.
to everything sped up?
Yeah. So like that's everything I have to say. I think I'm ready to head out now. So thanks for joining. Good night to the 3 people who are still here. Thanks for sticking it out.
Deuces.